For the very first time in his legendary Hall of Fame career, we are hearing real, serious rumors that LeBron James might actually consider asking for a trade in his 23rd NBA season. Let that sink in. After 2 decades of dominance, after rewriting the history books and carrying franchises to championship glory, there's now speculation that LeBron himself could be looking for a way out of Los Angeles. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. And the truth is, he hasn't seemed all that happy with the way the Lakers have been operating over the past several months. The front office moves, the roster construction, and the sense that time is running out on his championship window, it has all left fans, insiders, and maybe even LeBron himself, wondering what comes next. But here's the fascinating part. If you've followed LeBron's career closely, you know that trades have never really been his path. That's not how the king moves. Whenever he wanted a new challenge, a new team, or a fresh opportunity, he didn't demand a trade. He waited for free agency. He chose his own destination, on his own terms. That's part of his legacy, part of the reason he's been able to control his career in ways very few athletes in history ever have. So why would this season be any different? Why would LeBron suddenly break from the tradition that has defined his career? That's exactly the question NBA insiders are asking right now. The answer, according to many, is simple. The Lakers themselves believe they still have enough to compete at the highest level with LeBron on the roster. They believe that, as currently constructed, this team has the pieces to chase another championship. And that belief is a major reason why most experts don't expect a trade to happen. Take ESPN's Tim McMahon, for example. He's one of the more respected voices when it comes to NBA reporting, and his stance is clear. LeBron James isn't going anywhere. Not this season. McMahon believes LeBron will stay right where he is and fulfill his contract. And the reasoning makes a lot of sense. McMahon put it this way, it's been absolutely quiet since LeBron, through his agent Rich Paul, tried to rattle the Lakers' cage immediately after opting into his $52.6 million player option. But when you really think about it, a trade involving him is practically impossible. His age, his salary, and the fact that he has the power to veto any deal all make the situation incredibly complicated. In other words, even if LeBron wanted out, making that happen would be one of the most difficult trades in modern NBA history. And LeBron knows this. He's one of the smartest players the game has ever seen, not just on the court but off it as well. He understands the dynamics, he understands the leverage, and he understands what this Lakers roster is capable of if everything comes together. Because here's the thing, Los Angeles is still in a position to make noise. With LeBron, and with the pieces around him including Luka Doncic, this team has the potential to be a top 3 squad in the Western Conference once again, just like last season. And if you give LeBron James a spot in the playoffs with a chance to compete at the highest level, history tells us you can never count him out. The Lakers' mindset is clear. They are preparing to push forward with LeBron leading the way. They believe the next couple of seasons might just represent his best chance at another title since that unforgettable championship run in the 2020 bubble. That's the window they're looking at. That's the urgency behind their moves. And don't forget, even at 40 years old, LeBron James is still one of the best players in the world. Last year, he earned a spot on the All-NBA second team. That's not an honorary nod, that's recognition of his continued dominance. Just look at the numbers. He averaged 24.4 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 8.2 assists per game. He shot over 51% from the floor, and nearly 38% from 3. Those aren't just good stats. Those are elite numbers, the kind you'd expect from a superstar in his prime, not someone entering his 40s. And that's why the idea of LeBron leaving, of LeBron being traded, feels so shocking to fans. Because as much as time has caught up to so many other greats, it hasn't truly caught up to him. He's still producing at an incredible level. He's still capable of changing games, changing series, and yes, still capable of leading a team to a championship. So when you hear these rumors about LeBron being unhappy, about LeBron possibly seeking a trade, keep this in mind. The insiders closest to the situation are saying the opposite. They're saying he's staying in Los Angeles. They're saying the Lakers are betting on him one more time. They're saying the chase for championship number 18 is very much alive. And the bigger question now is this. Will that bet pay off? Can LeBron James, even at 40 years old, carry the Lakers one more time and deliver another banner to the rafters of Crypto.com Arena? One thing is certain, if anyone can, it's him. Have you seen Luka Doncic lately? If you haven't, then get ready, because the Lakers superstar is looking like a brand new player. And the entire basketball world is talking about it. For years, Luka Doncic has been known not only for his brilliance on the court, but also for carrying a little extra weight during the long NBA seasons. It never stopped him from being one of the best players in the world. His vision, his scoring, his creativity, all of it made him unstoppable. But critics always wondered, what if Luka Doncic was in the best shape of his life? What if he combined that unique talent with peak conditioning? Well, this off-season, we may finally have the answer. It started with that eye-catching cover of Men's Health. There was Luka Doncic, slimmer, sharper, showing a commitment to fitness that fans had been waiting to see. It wasn't just a photo shoot. It was a statement. Luka Doncic was locked in. He wasn't just preparing for another season. He was preparing for something bigger. And on Friday, we got our first real glimpse of this new Luka Doncic in action. Playing with the Slovenian national team in a tune-up game against Germany before Eurobasket, Doncic stepped onto the court looking noticeably different. The extra weight, gone. His movement, quicker. His shot, as smooth as ever. But now, every step, every drive, every pull-up jumper carried a new energy. This wasn't just Luka Doncic. This was Luka Doncic 2.0. Now, let's pause for a second. Eurobasket isn't just another summer tournament. It's one of the most competitive international basketball events in the world. The best national teams across Europe, stacked with NBA and EuroLeague stars, go head-to-head for the crown of European basketball. It's intense. It's physical. It's demanding. And for Doncic, representing Slovenia means everything. Remember, he's not just showing up because he has to. He's there because he wants to. Doncic takes pride in wearing his country's jersey, and fans in Slovenia worship the way he carries their flag on the international stage. For him, this is personal. Of course, back in Los Angeles, the Lakers are watching closely. Their main concern? Keeping their superstar healthy. They know how much Eurobasket means to him, but they also know how much he means to them. A healthy Luka Doncic is the foundation of their championship hopes. And seeing him in this kind of shape, well, that's the best possible news the Lakers could get this summer. Because here's the truth, Luka Doncic has always been dominant, even when he wasn't in perfect condition. He could still drop 40 points, control the pace, and single-handedly take over games. But now, this leaner, fitter version of Doncic looks like he could reach a whole new level. A level that might be downright terrifying for the rest of the NBA. Think about it. A superstar who already had the skill, the vision, the scoring touch, now pairing it with increased stamina, quicker footwork, and more explosiveness. It's the nightmare scenario for defenders. If Doncic was nearly unstoppable before, how do you stop him now? And that brings us to the big question. Just how far can Luka Doncic take Slovenia in Eurobasket? Sure, some countries may have deeper rosters. Teams like Spain, France, and Germany are filled with experienced talent across every position. But here's the thing, none of them have Luka Doncic. And sometimes, in a tournament like this, one transcendent superstar is all it takes. The way he looks right now, Luka Doncic is more than just ready to compete. He's ready to dominate. He's ready to shock Europe. And he's ready to prove that this new version of himself isn't just about fitness. It's about unlocking the full potential of one of basketball's greatest talents. For Lakers fans, this is the ultimate tease. They're watching their franchise player shine on the international stage, knowing that when he comes back to Los Angeles, he'll bring this same energy, this same conditioning, and this same unstoppable fire to the NBA season. So here's the story. Luka Doncic's weight loss is real. His transformation is undeniable. And if this is the new standard, then the NBA, and all of Europe, better be ready. Because Luka Doncic is coming into this season with something to prove. And the scary part? He looks more dangerous than ever. The Los Angeles Lakers have made it official. A new signing has arrived in Los Angeles, and it's a name that may not sound like a blockbuster at first, but the story behind it could have big implications for the purple and gold. Earlier this week, the team announced that they've brought in 7-footer Kyler Kelly, a free agent who has spent time bouncing between the NBA, the G League, and even international leagues overseas. His path has been anything but conventional. And now, he's got one more chance to prove himself in the biggest basketball market in the world. Let's rewind a little. Kelly entered the NBA later than almost anyone else. He was already 27 years old during his rookie season in 2024-25. Think about that for a second. While most rookies come in at 19, 20, or maybe 22 if they stayed longer in college, Kelly was nearly a decade older than some of the guys entering the league with him. That alone makes his story unusual. Last season, he saw limited minutes with both the Dallas Mavericks and the New Orleans Pelicans. His averages weren't eye-popping, just 3.3 points, 3.5 rebounds, and half an assist per game. But when he was on the floor, he shot efficiently, knocking down more than 63% of his attempts. Not bad for a big man still trying to carve out his role. Now, here's where it gets interesting for Lakers fans. This is not just some random signing. According to Mark Stein of the Stein Line, the deal is specifically a training camp contract. What does that mean? It means this isn't a guaranteed roster spot. Kelly will have to fight for his place, prove himself every day in practice, and show that he belongs. And that fight won't be easy. With Kelly on board, the Lakers have now filled all 21 available roster slots heading into camp. But here's the twist. Kelly isn't a stranger to Los Angeles. In fact, he spent most of last year with the Lakers' own G League affiliate, the South Bay Lakers, based in El Segundo. And while he was there, he wasn't just a body on the court. In 32 games, 27 of them as a starter, Kelly averaged nearly 12 points, more than 7 rebounds, over 2 blocks, and close to 2 assists per night, all while shooting an incredible 68% from the field. Those are the kinds of numbers that catch attention, especially when they come from a player with a 7-foot frame. So why hasn't he stuck yet? Well, Kelly's journey has been full of ups and downs. He started last season in South Bay, then signed a 2-way contract with Dallas in January. By March, the Mavericks waived him, and just weeks later he landed a short-term 10-day hardship deal with the injury-riddled Pelicans. Once that ended, his NBA chapter looked uncertain again, and he went back overseas, suiting up for teams in England, Canada, Denmark, and most recently Italy with Pallacanestro Trieste. If there's one word to describe Kyler Kelly, it's persistence. This is a player who refuses to give up, no matter how many times he's been waived, overlooked, or forced to pack his bags for another country. And now, that persistence has earned him another shot in the NBA, with the Los Angeles Lakers. But let's be clear, this won't be a walk in the park. Kelly is expected to compete not only for a potential G League spot, but also for the Lakers' final 2-way contract. Right now, 2 of those 3 slots are already filled, with Christian Koloko and Chris Manon holding down the other spots. That means Kelly has 1 chance, 1 opening, and 4 hungry rookies standing in his way. Yes, 4. Alongside Kelly, the Lakers have also invited undrafted rookies Eric Dixon from Villanova, Arthur Kaluma from Texas, Augustus Marsilionis from St. Mary's, and R.J. Davis from North Carolina. All of them are younger, eager, and fighting for their very first shot at the NBA. For Kelly, that means the margin for error is razor thin. So, Lakers fans are left with a big question. What does this mean for Los Angeles? On the surface, it might look like just another training camp signing, the kind of move that rarely makes headlines. But if you look closer, this could be a classic Lakers story, the kind of underdog tale that plays out during a long season. A 7-footer with experience, shot-blocking instincts, and the will to fight for his dream could end up being more valuable than people realize. Think about it. The Lakers are always on the lookout for depth in the front court. Injuries happen. Rotations shift. And sometimes, the players who start on the fringes of training camp end up becoming real contributors when the season gets tough. Could Kyler Kelly be one of those guys? Could this overlooked, well-traveled big man become a surprise piece of the Lakers' puzzle? For now, nothing is guaranteed. Training camp will be the ultimate test. Kelly has been given the chance, but what he does with it will determine whether his name fades away or becomes one Lakers fans remember. One thing is for sure, this is a player who has fought his way back time and time again. And now, under the bright lights of Los Angeles, we're about to see if he can do it once more.